question. The bridge going over 159th Street in Lockport. It's, I don't know if it's next year or the year after. Mr. Oxley probably knows better than I do. But anyway, they're going to close the whole bridge down. So is there been any discussion about an alternate bridge like they had planned originally for the Caton Farm Bruce Road expansion, but not do the Caton Farm Bruce Road expansion, just do the bridge so that there's a second way to get over that river?
My understanding that IDOT is doing a deck repair in the next few years, might be 28 or so, I do not know. But IDOT's designing that and they'll put it out for letting when they're ready. They'll have a detour route for that project. To my knowledge, there is no additional bridge going over the river.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Do you think it would be pretty wise to, I'm not picking on you, but I mean, if 135th Street becomes a problem, there's no way to get over the river unless you go down to Joliet or take 355 somewhere. But we need another way to get over that river from 159th Street because it's going to be stopped. So the traffic's going to be going crazy trying to figure out how to get over. So I'm just asking if you could, if it's possible, to work with the federal government to get it rolling, just to get that other bridge that was there was no good anymore. That's why it's gone. But a lot of the stuff that was, I think was Division Street.
You're talking about the Caton Farm Bruce Road corridor?
Well,
I
that's,
think that's what he wants to see done. and
well, I'm not
as-
looking for.
Yeah, well-
If you want to explain
I'm
the
just looking for
history
the
of that
bridge.
project.
I don't
Yeah.
care about the rest of the project because people don't like that. There's lots of fights about it. But everybody should agree you need another way to get over besides 159th Street.
Well, the problem was funding. We
Yeah.
could have funded the bridge, but you needed to fund all of the roads on
And-
either side of the bridge, and those were municipal roads. And this is how you explained it
Yes.
to me. Those municipalities were unwilling to fund the needed expansion leading up to and away from the bridge.
Yes, correct. And working with the federal government on that bridge, their requirement was to do the corridor. You can't do the bridge without the corridor. So, and that was the sticking point.
Mhm.
All the municipalities had to come together and an agreement was not able to be made to make that happen.
And
I'm
even
just
then, the path for the bridge on the Lockport side was fairly contentious and may have met with some problems, at least one of the routes, because it was going through
I just
a
brought it up
neighborhood
because
that would have caused some
I
issues.
felt like it was important to at least try to
It's
figure
too late
build a
regardless.
bridge somewhere else.
Yeah,
Maybe not
if
division.
we were to have all the money tomorrow, including for the corridor.
Yeah.
Would this bridge be able to be built by 2030?
No.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But at one
All right,
point,
do
we're
we have
gonna
any-
need another
We-
bridge.
we-
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And I think everybody here who's aware of the situation would agree with you that it's needed, but it got shelved. So if there aren't any other questions, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Oxley.
So that's in my district also, and it is something we need to do. So maybe from our side, do we start this process up? Because I've talked with Lockport, they're agreeable to the funding. And I was told that Crest Hill is not, because they don't have the money. So how do we push this forward? I mean, each side that it ends on is a state route. Do we just end it at 53, end it at 171? I mean, that's the alternative instead of going through the neighborhood of Fairmont to the connection at 355. Or do we turn it over to Tollway Authority, let them do it? So how do we move it forward? It's a problem.
The only way to move it forward would be for the local agencies along that corridor to come together and have an agreement as to who's responsible for paying for what. And we can't just lop it off at 53 and 171. There's logical termini through the federal process. The termini were set through the study, and they can't neck it down to 53 and 171. The feds will they will not allow that. So you have to look at the whole corridor, which was already established in the process. Again, those agencies would have to come together and come to some kind of agreement on how to fund moving that
Who would
forward.
have to lead this charge? The city of Crest Hill, or the county? Who would have to lead this charge? Because something needs to be done. It's horrendous. And it's only going to get worse. And to Steve's point, it's scheduled for 28, I believe. They're going to close that bridge.
That's a good question. And I don't have an answer for that because really the county only crosses that corridor 3 times. We don't have a single mile of that corridor that is ours. So who takes the lead is a valid question. I don't know.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Guess I'm done.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.